Let me watch this Pokemon Presents, 25 minutes long. To do it on stream or off stream? I'm just gonna do it now. Right now, without spoilers. Before I get spoiled.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm
Who are you?
Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Okay.
Today, February 27th, is Pokemon Day.
Is it though?
This is the date that the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan,
Green?
marking the beginning of the Pokemon series.
Those are the days, man.
At the time,
Those are the
only
days.
151 Pokemon had been discovered, but
Well-
now that number has grown to over 1,000. To
that good
all
or
you
bad?
trainers around the world
Wait, is that
who
a
have
real
journeyed
Pikachu?
together with your Pokemon over the years, we
Yep.
are so thankful for your support.
They have to announce Blue on Switch.
In today's presentation,
They have to.
we will be bringing you all sorts of news about Pokemon.
He has a whole collection behind him. Every
First,
single one.
we would like to talk about this year's Pokemon World Championships, the first ever to be held in Japan.
Okay.
Mr. Chris Brown, take it away.
Chris Brown? Is that? I think it's animatronic.
Hello, Pokemon trainers.
Oh, this Chris
I'm
Brown.
Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International, and I'm so glad to
He's
join
really
you
happy to
again
be here.
talk about our annual Pokemon World Championships. This past year in London, more than 10,000 trainers from all over the world gathered together to celebrate Pokemon and
a cool
experience
jacket.
epic battles.
That he had.
Thank you to all the trainers who made the London World Championships our largest ever, and congratulations again to our newest world champions.
The
Now I'd like to
newest.
share with you all some details about our next event. The 2023 Pokemon World Championships will be held in Japan for the very first time.
Very
We
last
look forward
time.
to trainers battling in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games, the Pokemon Trading Card Game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite from August 11th to 13th at the Pacifico Yokohama. For more than a decade, we have created special artwork
Okay.
to honor each location that makes the
I'm not
World
going there.
Championship experience unique. Today, I am happy to share the key art for Yokohama for the very first time. Let's have a look.
Let's take a look. Yokohama. We can skip this part, really. I don't really care about this too much. Let me speed this up.
The World Championships is so special because of how our community from around the world comes together to play Pokemon. We can't wait
Yep.
to see you there. And for those that can't make it, be sure to catch all the action on our live broadcast
True.
all weekend long. Thank you.
True.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. We can't wait to see everyone together in Yokohama later this year. Moving on, please have a look at this video.
This video. Oh, is this, they showed this before? Something like this. Trading card game. Oh, is advertised for the new set, or re-release of the old set. This is Team Rocket. Something Team Rocket going on. Wallets, Pokemon wallets. Oh, new table set. A table set. How you think you're gonna play Pokemon card game? How it actually is. What does this do? What the heck? Any card game where you need these extra pieces is kind of not good. I don't think there's too much stuff to bring around. Just the cards. That's why it's just a regular deck of cards is so good, because you do it, play many games. It's too much. We can skip this, I think. I mean, what is this? Aren't they canceling the online card game? Charizard, don't rub it in, man. No, Blastoise wasn't even part of that battle. If Blastoise was in that battle, it would have been over. It would have been over, man. Okay.
Pokemon Trading Card Game Classic is designed to be a premium Pokemon TCG set that will last a lifetime. Created by the design firm Nintendo, Creatures, and the Pokemon Company as a joint production. We'll be providing a sneak peek of the product at the Pokemon World Championships,
Wait,
so I hope
wait,
you
what?
all come check it out.
You could buy that box.
Next, we'd like to announce a new Pokemon venture.
New?
To tell you more, we have Miss Min Young Kim from Netflix.
Oh, the show.
Mr. Ishihara, thank you for the kind introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Min Young Kim, and I oversee Netflix film and series from Asia Pacific.
Okay.
Thank you for having us here today, and I'm thrilled to share how we're bringing Pokemon and Netflix together for the first time this year. At Netflix, we're passionate about developing local programming that entertains audiences around the world. And so today, we're pleased to announce that Netflix, in collaboration with the Pokemon Company, are producing a brand new Netflix series, The Pokemon Concierge. We have a group of experts here in Japan who are passionate about finding and developing original stories from Japan that can excite audiences all over the world. And we're dedicated to adapting fan-favorite stories and manga into extraordinary shows. With this title, we're excited to marry an entirely new storyline that expands the Pokemon universe with groundbreaking stop-motion animation. To bring this new world to life, we've partnered with the amazing creative team at Dwarf Studio. The series, which will be set at the Pokemon Resort, follows the story of our concierge Haru and the many Pokemon who visit as guests. We hope you enjoy today's first look at the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge, and we can't wait to share more with you.
ここはポケモンリゾート。ポケモンた
Claymation.
ちがお客様として
It's like
訪れる
Robot
場
Chicken,
所。
but with Pokemon.
これはそこで働く一人のコンシェルジュのお話。
What? That's it right there. Whoops.
Thank you very much, Miss Kim. Pokemon
You're welcome.
Concierge will be a new animated series brought to you by Netflix and Pokemon. Please
Scarlet.
stay tuned for this new series release. Now, we'd like to present the latest news about our games. Mr.
Here we
Utsunomiya,
go.
please take it away.
Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
Hello, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company.
Are you though?
Have you all been making good progress with your treasure hunt in the Paldea region?
No.
Today, we have updates on the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
Updates. Okay.
But first, please take a look at the latest updates about several of our other games.
Other games. New Switch games. Here we go. Oh, okay. Unite.
The 5-on-5
More Blastoise
strategic
content?
team battle game Pokemon Unite. We've entered our second year of service and surpassed 100 million total downloads.
100
More
billion.
and more Pokemon have joined the fray, allowing for even more strategies and ways to play.
That
The legendary
rhymes.
Pokemon Zacian is now joining Unite battles. Its Unite move is
Zacian.
Sword.
That looks
It can
pretty
cut a broad
sick.
swath with its slash attack. It can
Sword.
also charge its sword with Aeos energy to
Where's
release a
shield,
stronger
though?
attack.
Hmm?
Use these huge
Yeah.
attacks to overwhelm your opponents.
I don't care about
Miss
shield.
out on special Hollowware.
New
The
event.
Zacian's Wheel event is now underway. Complete missions to receive rewards. You can also obtain Zacian's Unite license, so be sure to join in. There's also a boss rush event underway. Stand against formidable foes with your allies and earn rewards. Plus, to celebrate Pokemon Day, we're distributing a gift code for a special item.
Oh.
And we're hosting an invitation-only league to decide our Asia region champions. Check out how the battles are going on the official Pokemon Unite social channels. The teams that win their way through each league will come together in a dramatic face-off in Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur on March 18th.
That looks cool.
Look
That's a
forward to
cool
these thrilling
Dragonite.
Unite battles, and we'll keep bringing you more to enjoy in Pokemon Unite
All
in the
right.
future.
Food commercial? What is this, cable TV again? I thought we went past this. That's a cookbook. They're gonna sell a cookbook.
What's this?
Oh,
It seems
cafe.
the aroma of our newest dish has brought some customers to the cafe. Here at the cafe in the Pokemon Cafe Remix game, we meet Pokemon from the Paldea region. Sprigatito, Fuecoco,
They should
and
make it like
Quaxly.
real-
Cook up
you could
plenty of
actually make it in
servings
real
of the
life.
dish And bring delight to your Pokemon visitors.
Like
The
a
rest of the event,
cookbook
and you'll be able
game.
to choose one of these three to join your staff. Which one will you choose? To celebrate Pokemon Day in Pokemon Cafe Remix, we're also giving away a special in-game Great Chef outfit for Greninja.
Oh,
And
I'm
more.
right
We have
on
a
that
full
one.
array of 5-star chef Pokemon that have appeared in the past. To celebrate this special development, you can enjoy a bonus 11 times express delivery right now without using in-game currency. Play Pokemon Cafe Remix on Nintendo
There's
Switch
this
or your
in-game
device
currency?
and discover what new Pokemon
I didn't even
outfits
know.
may show up in your cafe next.
Pay to win. What? X and Y or something. It's on Switch.
Hope you're ready.
Wait, what?
Here we come.
It's
Those
remastered.
with the strongest convictions will win.
What is this? What is it? It's got to be re-release.
Shine on.
Re-release.
Shall we begin?
What? Oh,
Mystery.
Masters.
Let's go.
Shoot.
on.
All right.
The tease.
My wish is for Galar's trainers to work together to become the strongest in all the world.
Damn. Pokemon EX. I haven't played this.
I want to be as strong as Lee.
He does the same thing.
I'm going to be even stronger.
No.
Pink is all well and good, I suppose. But I think I'll cover you in the color of beef.
I heard Pokemon X. I think I have to get on that.
Let me show you the power of spite.
Do you guys play Pokemon
We'll be the one
X?
who beats the
Leave a
unbeatable
comment below.
Let's get this started.
Is it worth it? 100 Sinkies. 300, 3,000 gems. Damn. Oh. What is it?
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Okay. Then we'll go back to Pokemon. Sure. Show me a video. He wants to show me a TikTok real quick. Okay. Take a look at this TikTok I found last night.
Gute Nacht.
Okay.
Buenas noches.
God damn, that's good. That's some good shit right there. Good night. Oh my god, they're filming people in their house. This is kind of creepy. Do they know? Pokemon Sleep, it's finally out. People been waiting. People been waiting for this Pokemon Sleep. Now we can sleep, finally. People have been up all night, literally waiting for this game. I think they released it only because people were memeing about it. What is this? So how does this work? I think this is ASMR video, right? There's a... Could this be the next generation of mankind? This game? Bulbasaur, look out, man. What are you doing? Oh. It went in his ear like he made his brain like scrambled eggs. Nidoqueen? Oh, it's the rock thing. Aw. I would probably have like, I don't know. Well, I think Bulbasaur would be slimy. He's like a leaf. An aloe. I don't know what Pokemon I'd sleep in bed with. I don't know. They're all kind of slimy. Really. At that point, why not just use a pillow? I'm okay. I'm good, bro.
We know we've kept you all waiting.
They know.
But at last, we
At
can bring
last.
Pokemon Sleep to you later this year.
Later? Oh, come on, man. I
The
need to
idea
sleep,
behind
bro.
Pokemon Sleep is to be a game that makes you look forward to waking up in the morning.
A
To get a
game?
better idea of what you can expect, please check out the next video.
Are they saying their games are not something to look forward to?
Welcome
Confirmed?
to the world of Pokemon Sleep.
They don't have anything like that already?
Your adventure takes place on a small island. On this island, you'll find Great Big Snorlax and Professor Neroli, who is researching Pokemon Sleep.
Professor Ravioli.
It's easy to play on this island. All you have to do is get a good night's sleep. If you leave your smartphone by your pillow when you go to bed, your sleep will be measured, recorded,
They should
and analyzed.
they should implement this with Pokemon Go
Once
somehow.
that's done, it will be
Come on.
categorized into one of 3 sleep types: dozing,
Give us rewards.
snoozing, or slumbering.
Slumbering. What if you die?
Pokemon that
Extra
tend to sleep
points.
in the same way as you did will gather around Snorlax.
A coma.
As you keep
That's,
this up, you might even discover some rare in-game sleep styles that most will never see. It seems that each species of
I got the
Pokemon
rare
has
sleep,
several
bro.
sleep styles. Get lots of sleep and try to find them all.
Find them all. Please connect with like Pokemon Go or something.
Enjoy going to sleep
Come
and
on.
waking up each day
You
as
have to do
research
it.
the sleep styles of Pokemon together with Snorlax.
They have to. That would make it so much like more useful.
By using the Pokemon Sleep app regularly, you can have fun while tracking the regularity of your sleep or
My
rest
camera
rhythm.
froze.
Pokemon Sleep
My
will
camera
be
froze,
available
people.
for iOS and Android devices
During the
later this
recording.
year.
On stream it's
Next,
fine, but
we'd
recording
like
that's
to
no good.
introduce the device you just got a glimpse of, the Pokemon Go Plus Plus.
Okay. What the hell is this?
This is the Pokemon Go Plus Plus accessory.
The Plus Plus
It
Plus.
is a new device that you can use with Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Go.
Nice. I was just
It's
saying.
very simple to use it with Pokemon Sleep.
Awesome.
Press the button when you are going to bed, and press that button once again when you
Put it
wake
right
up.
on your head. The Bluetooth.
Just
membranes.
like that, your sleep data has been measured. There's a Pikachu within your Pokemon Go Plus Plus.
Okay. Just okay. Of course, Pikachu.
It can sing you lullabies,
Oh Jesus.
grow friendlier the more sleep you get together, even unlock new alarm sounds for you. It's like you're cuddled up to catch
That's like
some
the
scenes with
Ant-Man
Pikachu.
that device he uses.
This device also has handy functions for playing Pokemon Go.
Here we go. What do you get?
Without
What
even
happens?
pulling out your smartphone, you can automatically spin Pokestops
Yes.
and throw regular Pokeballs at Pokemon.
The official.
And now you can choose to throw Great Balls and Ultra Balls as well.
Oh, it's
at
even
the
better
press
than
of a
like the
button.
knockoff
There are future
brands.
plans to add new functionality
Nice.
that
Finally,
lets
they
users
needed
see
this
data in
because
Pokemon
they're
Go
just
too.
buying the
Stay
off-brand
tuned
ones.
for more.
How much is it though? It's probably gonna be $60.
What do you think? The Pokemon Go
It should be
Plus
30.
device should be available to purchase in July.
All right.
And by linking the Pokemon Go Plus to your Pokemon Go game, you'll get access to
Oh,
special research
a
in
nightcap.
Pokemon Go that will allow you to encounter a Snorlax wearing a nightcap.
Are nightcaps? Wait,
Look
what
forward
are
to
they
more
practical?
news
Should we go
come
back to the
about Pokemon
nightcaps?
Sleep and the Pokemon Go Plus device.
Let's watch. Look at us watch. Show us another video.
And next, we turn to the latest updates about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
Here we go.
The
Okay.
newest games in the Pokemon series, which were released in November last year.
There's plenty of time left to show some more stuff. What the update? What do we got? What is this? More raids. More raids. Terrestrialize. Oh, the X and Y people. Oh, that's someone. I don't know. Looks cool. Are these new Pokemon? These look new. What is this? Wow, this looks like a tough raid. Holy crap.
New Paradox Pokemon have been found in the
Iron
Paldea
Leaves? Oh, is there new
region.
Paradox
It seems
Pokemon?
Walking Wake appears in Pokemon
Oh,
Scarlet,
Violet gets the green one.
while
Nice. That looks
Iron
cooler.
Leaves can be found in Pokemon
Yo, but that looks like a
Violet.
dinosaur, though. Damn.
You'll be able to catch them for yourself
Wow,
by
that's pretty
claiming
cool.
victory in a Terra Raid battle event. The
Okay.
event will begin not long after this broadcast,
What?
as soon as preparations are complete.
Oh, damn. I'm not that high level.
We hope you'll team up with family, friends, and other trainers to take on this
Mom,
challenge.
we gotta do this. We gotta play Pokemon. Okay.
The games will also soon be able to connect to Pokemon
What?
Go.
Pokemon Go. Finally.
Pokemon Go,
More
you can
Pokemon
receive
Go stuff.
gifts from friends or by visiting Pokestops around the world.
Yeah. Right?
These gifts come with postcards.
Yeah, you pretty much dox yourself.
Once it's possible to connect these games, you'll be able to send postcards to your Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet game. And you'll find that the pattern of Vivian that appear there will change based on the postcard's location data.
Huh?
And on the Pokemon Go side, the players who have sent postcards will find themselves able to catch roaming form Gimmighoul in that game.
What
Try
the
to
hell?
collect 999 Gimmighoul coins to evolve Gimmighoul into Golden Go.
Excuse me.
We're
Bruh.
also planning to begin Pokemon Home support for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet early this
Wow,
year.
there's so much. This is a lot of stuff. All right, but let's
Then
see
you'll
the.
be able
Let's
to
be this.
bring
They're gonna
roaming
release some
form
kind of
Gimmighoul
Pokemon
that you
Switch
caught in
game
Pokemon Go
on the
to
Game
Pokemon
Boy.
Scarlet and
Something.
Pokemon Violet via Pokemon
They
Home.
have to. It's gotta be the card game
hope
at
you look
least.
forward to it.
Because we saw the picture during that.
And finally, we'd like to share our last video for today with you.
This is it. This has to be it.
Please have a look at this.
This is what it's all come down to. This is where all the hype is right now. It's gotta be. The Pokemon bus from you. What is this? This ain't it. Wait, no, this is. They're gonna have the Switch, playing the Game Boy games on the Switch. Watch. This is like, okay, I'm outside. I'm touching grass, but also playing Pokemon. I'm going up to Mount Piazzu, but also playing Pokemon on the Switch. Okay. Masks. Okay. But where's the Switch? Show the Switch though. It's time. It's time. Arceus DLC. Maybe. What the hell is this? China? China game? This the new game? New game entirely? The hell is this? What is this? Water World? This is weird. The Elite Four? What? Alright, these are older Pokemon? What is this? What the hell did they just show us? Oh, the dual pack. A new one, a new game. Wait, no. It's a DLC. I thought they were going to combine it like Crystal. It's a DLC. You go to like a water world? What is that? The teal mask? Bro, they think they're Majora Mask right now? Teal? And what? Indigo disc. What the hell's going on? The Hidden Treasure DLC, winter, fall.
DLC will be available for purchase for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet
Okay,
games.
they have time for the Game Boy. They do.
The title of this DLC is The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero.
DLC announced. They should release some
Treasure
Arceus
of Area
DLC.
Zero will be released
Just
in
do
2
it, bro.
parts, with Part 1, the Teal Mask, coming in fall 2023.
There's a lot of
Part
Pokemon
2,
this year.
The Indigo Disc will be distributed in winter 2023. Purchasing the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero will allow you to enjoy playing both parts of the DLC with the save data you already have in Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet. In Part 1, the Teal Mask, you'll be visiting the land of Kitakami as part of a school trip, as your adventures expand beyond the Paldea region. And in Part 2, the Indigo Disc, you'll be studying as an exchange student at Blueberry Academy.
I lost you. What? Okay.
During these
More
adventures,
studying, damn it.
you'll be able to
I
encounter
thought we were done
some
with the
familiar
school.
Pokemon that you didn't see living in Paldea.
Where's Pokemon? Where's Blastoise, I mean? Where's Blastoise?
The legendary
Oh.
Pokemon that newly appear in the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero are Ogerpon, with its fearsome mask,
It's Ogre.
and Terapagos, resplendent in its glittering aura.
I kinda like
Please
the
look
blue
forward
one.
to a new story that will unfold in 2 parts.
Whatever he
as
said,
you
the blue
discover
one
the
is-
roles that both these Pokemon will play in your adventures.
Look at the background. It's like a crumpled paper.
The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero will be available for purchase on Nintendo eShop shortly after this presentation.
Why would you
ends.
buy it now?
As soon as you make your purchase, you'll be able to get the new uniform set and don some new outfits in your Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet game.
The suit looks cool.
As
That's
an
why.
early purchase bonus,
Oh,
we've
here we
also
go.
prepared a serial code that will allow you to claim a special Hisuian Zoroark for your in-game team.
Nah, bro.
We hope you enjoy these expanded adventures in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
God damn. Whoa. Oh.
What did you think?
Damn it. What? How could they not
As we
release the
move
Game
forward,
Boy games?
We'll keep trying to find new ways to bring the joy of Pokemon to you all.
Damn it. They
Thank
know
you
what
for
they have to
tuning in.
do. They know. I can't believe they didn't show any Game Boy stuff. Wow. 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 That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. They showed DLC for Violet and Pokemon Go and Sleep. Everything but the Game Boy game. That's pretty much when he said Chris Matt. What are the people thinking? This is unbelievable. I can't fathom that the beloved status condition Sleep could get its very own spin-off game. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it like that. All right, well, that's how that is. And that's how it was. What a thing. What a thing we just watched. All right. Back at it.